Hello, everyone, and welcome to Choice Cuts. So let's get started. It's been a while since I've been here. It's good to see everybody. Who we got here in the chat? Fourth Noah, hey, how's it going? Oh, I've seen your name on our fridge. Congrats on the awesome art. He's contributing to the Discord art challenge. If you want to check that out, check out our Discord. Steaker says all streaming is just a series of technical difficulties that comes with the territory. Yes, you're correct. It seems like every time I boot up this machine, something's a little bit off. Oh, hey, I'm Joshua. Joshua is a fellow trailer guy. He does awesome trailers. He actually made one that we're going to check out in a bit. Who else we got here? XTaller73. Hello. Good to see you. Real super cool. Good to see you too. Lily Paddle. Yeah, thanks everybody for joining. It's great to be back. It's funny because I remember the first time I did a stream and I was so nervous about this whole thing, and now it's like I miss it. It's really good to hang out and see you guys again. And yes, exactly. So the thing with this show is that we're going to be checking out different trailers and seeing what other people are doing with their games, that sort of thing. But yes, if you have one that you would like me to check out and give you any feedback for, that sort of thing, please feel free to post in the chat. We already got one from Praetorian. Yes, we will check that out in a sec. But yes, first before we get into that, a couple notes. Number one, if you're Canadian, Monday is voting day. Please go vote. It's very important. So yes, make sure you do that. And another thing for the stream, we are actually going to be doing a internal BYG game jam, and we're thinking of doing some streaming of that. So that'd be in 2 weeks. Oh, Praetorian, that's the first one I have up on our list. Thanks, Praetorian. Yes. So yeah, we're gonna be maybe doing some streaming of the game jam, that sort of thing. So you guys can check that out, see what. Yeah, so basically the idea for that is to give our teams a bit of a break, to do something a bit different, and we're actually going to be doing something a bit different. This is an arcade machine that I designed with some help of some people at the team, so we're actually going to be getting one of these, and we're going to be building the games for it, and so it's going to be here, and we're gonna be making games for it. So if you ever come by the office, you get a chance to play our games. But we're hopefully going to be streaming the results and stuff as well. So check that out. It'll probably be on an off day, like Tuesday, Wednesday in 2 weeks. So keep an eye out for that. Yes, we're calling it the Brace Box. Should be good. Another thing is that we recently just released a dev log for Industries of Titan, because Industries of Titan is coming up. Release is coming up soon for early access. So yeah, why don't you check that out if you have a moment? I'll post it in the chat. I'm not gonna. Oh, what's this? Why can't I post? Oh, more technical difficulties. Okay. But yeah, search for Brace Yourself Games, and then our Industry of Titan dev log.
I wonder if we should have should hug this pillow. I don't have a brand. I don't have like a cowboy hat or something.
Yeah, you get to see Andy.
Welcome to the first
talking stuff.
Titan devlog.
But yeah, should be good. Check it out. There's a lot of good information there if you are interested in Industry of Titan. Yeah, I'm not logged into our Steaker. Yeah, I don't want to log in. Actually, hold on. If I just go back here. I actually don't have the password offhand on this one. Strange. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, check that out if you're interested in Industry of Titan. Yeah, the password is star. Oh, I should have known. Okay, but yeah, I haven't watched this trailer yet. This is the Manifold Garden one. It just came out recently. Steaker says all of my trailers today will be Apple Arcade games. Yeah, I know. Did Apple Arcade just come up with another dump of games? Is that what happened? I know that this is Manifold Garden is on Apple Arcade now, but I didn't know about the other ones. Please post if there's any other interesting ones that you that I'm gonna miss here. Okay, let's check this one out. That's a cool shot. This game just looks amazing. Yeah, I was actually surprised to see that this Manifold Garden was going to come out on Apple Arcade. Yeah. That's really cool. This trailer was also done by Derek Liu, who you should check out. Another fellow trailer game developer, trailer game maker. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. This game just looks amazing. I'm excited to check that one out. Seeger says definitely expresses a puzzle in nature a lot more than other Manifold trailers. Oh yeah, though I know Manifold had trouble finding its identity as a game versus experience. Oh yeah, interesting. Hey Apotheosis, welcome here. Yeah, this is a great trailer. Just like really nice and calm. Yeah, shows off, has lots of good shots. Shows off a lot of the puzzle elements. Yeah, there's some really creative stuff going on here. The jumping and down and that sort of thing. Yeah, 7 years in the making of this game. It's crazy. This is another trick. If anybody is interested in doing trailer stuff, is when I was starting out, I would definitely try to find the games that just looked good already, and then it was like easy to, make trailers, and it would make your portfolios and stuff stand out, that sort of thing. And also, it's just good for the game too, right? Like if it's easy to make a trailer, it's eye-catching already. Then your game is like off to a good start. That sort of thing. Aimless says, I really like that early transition, turning left to use the wipe of the wall to show him. Yeah, that's really clever. He does that a couple times in this one. Yeah, there too. But yeah, the wall one is really sneaky. There's another one. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm really excited to check this one out. Great trailer. Can get repetitive though, but I didn't find this one that repetitive. Personally, there's enough other things going on. Visuals. Every shot was kind of a bit different, sort of thing. So I feel like it was okay. Tic Tac Foe, we're being raided. Hello. Welcome to our trailer analysis stream. Good to see you. What have you been playing? You've been playing Necrodancer stuff? Is that where you're coming from? Yeah, Sneaker says the world infinitely loops, so I think the whole game is kind of repetitive. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could keep falling. You could just keep falling past the same things, that sort of thing. Tic Tac Foe did a lunging catapult run, and what is that even? I didn't even know there was catapults in Necrodancer. I made the trailer. Necrodancer is a weird thing because I made the trailer for this game, but that game is really hard. And so people who speedrun it and run it, it's just like, props to you. That game is intense. Lunging plus cat of 9 plus courage ring. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well done. Well done. I'll have to check out the VOD later. We're gonna keep moving along here. So Manifold Garden's out. Check it out. Great trailer. we're gonna check out this trailer called Sea Salt, which is, and the trailer was done by M. Joshua, who is in the stream right now, I believe, or he was. So let's check that one out. I actually came across this one independently, and then on Twitter I realized that Joshua did it. So then I extra wanted to check it out. So let's check it out. I have not heard of this game before now. Nice round. Oh, okay. So this is like you're playing the evil demons or something. Oh. There's cards and stuff. Ah, I see. Cool. Summon different monsters. That's what I mean. Master plan. Oh my. Burn those fields. Kind of reminds me a little bit like of Oklos. The swarming aspect of it, but more Lovecrafty, I guess. Art is cool. Gooey! It's a gooey game. My goodness. Yeah, that's really cool. That's crazy. So gooey. So yeah, Josh, you have anything to add about any behind the scenes stuff you want to talk about making this trailer? Hey, 4-Bit Friday, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Darkstorm99, check Steam for that awesome game yet. And Joshua said it was inspired by Bloodborne. Interesting. Ah, okay. But the hunters are the bosses. I haven't actually played Bloodborne, but I just assume that it's Lovecraftian Dark Souls kind of thing. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in this game. New cards and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. And you're the swarm of gross things. I'm surprised I haven't heard of this one before now. Have the devs made anything else previously? Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff going on there. They did the aquatic adventure of the last human. What is that? The aquatic. Oh, I'm spelling it wrong. Aquatic adventure of the last human. Here it is. I'm just curious about the game. I'm just going to check this out. Metroidvania. Metroidvania submarine game, super rich on atmosphere. Oh. These guys can make an awesome retelling of the Nosgoth Soul Reaver universe. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I like the art style for sure. I'm kind of a sucker for these pixely type games. Oh, they definitely love them some cephalopods. Some awards and stuff. Whoa. Looks hard. M. Joshua, it's maybe a little Shadow of Colossus like. Oh, this one? Oh, because it's like you're fighting bosses mostly. The music really shines on that one. Yeah, this is a good track. Yeah. Hello, Forte bass. That's cool. Well, that's awesome. Thanks for congrats on the trailer, and hope the launch is going well. Everybody check out mjoshua's stuff, mjoshua.com. Sea salt is super spoopy. But yeah, he's does a lot of good trailers. Check out his website. And yeah, get him for your game if you're looking for someone to do your freelance trailers. So this isn't necessarily a trailer, but this is something I saw on Twitter recently about Derek Yu, who did Spelunky and is working on Spelunky 2. Is just kind of talking about indie game devs and how to promote your games, that sort of thing. And I think something interesting that he said is like, basically he says don't concentrate too much on you can only do so much promoting your game, and then after that it's like kind of negative, like the returns aren't so great. But one thing he says is like, put up a nice trailer, and then if there's not much interest, consider wrapping up the project early and moving on to the next thing, which is interesting because that's a thing that Ryan Clark always talks about in his Clark Tank too. This is how the Necrodancer stuff worked too. Like, we made a trailer, and then we gauged interest, and then it seemed like people were into it, so like Ryan scaled it up a little bit more. And he said if people weren't as interested, then he would scale it down, that sort of thing. So using trailers as kind of like a test to see if your hook, your idea, can connect with the audiences, that sort of thing, I think is really important. It'd be a good way to use a trailer, that sort of thing. So yeah, I don't know. I thought that was an interesting little tidbit. Let's move on to the next thing. John Wick Hex came out recently, and this game is of in particular importance to us here at Brace Yourself Games because we're making a timeline-based strategy game as well. So when we heard about this, and people, I think it was a tweet from Derek actually, who's like, "Oh, it seems like my jam because it's like a Premiere editing thing," and people here at the office tried it, and I still think Phantom Brigade is closer to editing on a Premiere timeline than this, but this has definitely got some good things going for it. And it's interesting that they actually market this as a timeline strategy game, which I think is interesting. Yeah, so let's check out the trailer. I haven't actually seen this one yet.
Jonathan will find this place. You must know that.
He will not. It's on no maps.
You guys hear this?
No registries.
Why bring us here? Why take such a risk?
You are the key to a lock. My birthright. I will take what I am owed.
No. I suspect you will be given what you deserve.
Oh wow. Yeah, shots to the beat. Definitely good at that. Why are these things popping up already?
Tick-tock, Wick.
Wait. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I don't want to watch that. Yeah, that was interesting because they Wick talk Torstorm. Aimless Dev says, I'm finding some of these shots hard to track, might be flashing on the beat. Yeah, I think I agree with you. It's interesting that is this on Marvel? What's going on here? Why is it showing? Is this an ad?
Chemical weapons have fallen into terrorist hands.
We're in for a hell of a fight.
Okay. Ads on trailers. All right. And Joshua, the real-time playback playback of the game looks pretty clumsy. Yeah, I've noticed that when we were playing it here at the office too. But it's still a ton better than watching the turns unfolding on the turn-based parser. Yeah. Ads ruining everything. Yeah. So the interesting thing about this trailer is that they don't actually really go into detail about how the timeline thing works, which I think. If this is the first thing you saw of the game, would this hook you? I guess it has a lot of these quotes, right, where it's like, you gotta pay attention to this thing, because there's a lot of people who like it. Which is kind of how I heard about it too, right? Where I heard about it on Twitter. It's like, people are like, this is a crazy game. Like, you should check this out. It has a unique mechanic. So maybe the trailer all is needed is to get you hooked into it, sort of thing. These ads popping up. Somebody's trying to make... It's IGN. Interesting. Trying to make money off other people's ads. Or other people's trailers. With end screen annotations over the end of the trailer as well. Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, I guess this trailer is just supposed to get you hyped. It's just like a hype trailer, get you excited for playing as John Wick, and it's got good editing and stuff for sure. So I think the idea is to like get you hooked enough to be like, what is this game? Instead of explaining the timeline mechanic, because I think there's another video or something where the dev is actually talking about how the timeline thing actually works. Nacho Beard, welcome to the chat. Hey Marlon, just sending you our announcement trailer. It's pretty old. I cut it myself. Programmer, specifically ideas on how to present touch controls. But okay, yeah, we'll check that out in a second. Black Ryu trailer kind of makes it look like a Hotline Miami style game or something. Yeah, you don't really get the idea that it's a turn-based game, and I'm wondering if that's. I'm wondering if they're trying to like bank on the fact that people already know about it or something. Because it looks pretty real time the way they cut it.
No, I suspect you will be given what you deserve.
Lily Paddle. Oh yeah, that's the article that we were reading about how it's kind of like a Premiere timeline editing thing. Yeah, it kind of looks like an action game almost. Interesting. For the cuts are too fast to actually get across the action that's happening, seems like. Yeah, the game itself is weirdly not fun to watch, so it makes sense to build the trailer this way. Yeah, I agree. I've heard it's fun to play though. But yeah, I've seen them do the thing at the end where they replay the whole mission, and it's kind of like dun 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 dun. You like kind of like dun dun dun, like little janky movements, that sort of thing. Seeger, I assume part of it is the express it as a John Wick movie is. Yeah, agree. Darkstorm 99, will there be any further trailer for PB or IoT soon? Well, IoT is the next one to be released, so that's probably next on our plate. But until then, if you want to check out, we're going to be doing a bunch of different devlogs and things, which is we're going to be talking to different people in the team, that sort of thing. So hopefully that'll carry you over until we have an actual like full-on trailer, that sort of thing. If you missed the link, it is here. If you search Brace Yourself Games Industry Titan Devlog 1, then you will find this video where Andy talks about
the project lead on industries of
and he talks about
based on the surface of Titan.
The demos that we showed at PAX, that sort of thing, and our progress and how we got to where we are, that sort of thing. So check that out. But yeah, back to John Wick. Maybe they're worried that some of the audience would be turned off if it's explicitly turn-based from the start. I remember the new XCOM trailers barely looked turn-based either. That's a good point. Yeah, I think this is intended to be a hype trailer more than anything, just to get you like excited for a John Wick game and that other people are talking about it. So I think that works. Darkstorm lives in UK. Missed all that good fun at the events. Yeah, check out the devlog, and you can see a bit of the demo gameplay, that sort of thing. M. Joshua, the biggest challenge of the game isn't very emotionally, very just sort of action. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so you don't get that break in the middle of the trailer where it's kind of like chopping up the action. Yep, I feel like they could have done a little bit more of that. Do you think, like added a little bit more, like another trailer, like added a couple more lines or something in between the action to kind of vary it up. Anyway, it's a well cut trailer. I like the style, like having them multiple frames, that sort of thing. Action first, the story, and then action. Yeah, they kind of started out with story, didn't they? And logos at the beginning. I guess it's Lionsgate Games. That's like a biggish name, but Lionsgate is bigger in terms of movies, not necessarily games. Interesting. Darkstorm also loved the JW movies, but I always thought an ideal game would be along the same vein of the Hitman games. Interesting. I mean, I can understand why they went this route too, because it's kind of like because John Wick is so good at what he does. Like, how are you supposed to replicate a John Wick thing without being able to take your time and strategize, kind of thing? Art style's good too, yeah. Yeah, if only the playback was a little bit nicer. It feels a little janky, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's cool. It is interesting that they're calling it a timeline game. We also are making one that is like a timeline game. But where you're actually at here, maybe I'll just YouTube, Phantom Brigade E3. I could just show you the part with the. I don't know if you guys have seen this trailer yet. Had it a while ago for E3. Anyway, where is the timeline? Okay, here's this is the timeline stuff that I was talking about for Phantom Brigade. If you look at the bottom corner here,
and commanders take as long as needed.
You're actually like planning out your moves at what time, that sort of thing, and you can edit it down there. That sort of thing.
The timeline is used to visualize predicted unit movement.
And you can scrub through just like you would in an editor to preview what's going to happen before you hit play and see the action.
Precise moments.
Is it loud? Oh, sorry.
An action like an attack or shield brace can be.
I cannot monitor the audio right now,
but cannot overlap another.
It's acting weird on my end.
Once the plan is locked in,
Steger.
The execution phase begins and real time resumes. It is here that commanders.
Yeah, and so this is kind of like in John Wick where you hit. So John Wick, every turn you hit it, you do a move, and then that's your move for you take up a little bit of time, and then you go to the next move. Whereas this one is like you have 5-second chunk. You plan everything out, and then hit go, and then watch everything play.
At the start of the next sequence.
And yeah, everything's destructible and stuff. Yeah, what if John Wick was a robot tank? Yeah. Then it would be Phantom Brigade. When the full game comes out, you can definitely name one of your characters John Wick and put him in a tank. I'm sure that's going to be a thing. Forbidden Prize is Frozen Synapse. Like, yes, it's kind of Frozen Synapse-y. Except you get more information, right? The Frozen Synapse, you didn't have any information about the enemies, whereas this one, you can see here, as you scrub through, you can see exactly where your enemies are going to move, so you can plan around it. So it's kind of like FTL, like in that way. But yeah, it is Frozen Synapse, where you like plan out your turns, that sort of thing. BSG Deadlock. Oh yeah, that's right. That's the space one. Yeah, turn-based timeline actions. Yeah. We've actually taken a look at that one and done some checking it out, seeing how they do different things. Rewatch the action after like a scene from the show. Yeah, we're hoping to do that sort of thing too, where you plan out a whole mission in 5-second increments, and then at the end you can watch the whole thing in a row, and it has its own camera angles and stuff, similar to BSG. Oh, did I say FTL? I meant into the breach. Yeah, thanks, Arkazak. Yeah, into the breach, where it's a lot of information. You have all the information you need to use to strategize, that sort of thing. That's kind of where we're going with that. Anyway, super cool. It's cool that other games are doing this. That means we're onto something really cool. I think this is an interesting property to do this kind of thing on. And yeah, I think it's doing okay. I don't want to go too Clark Tanky into this because that's not my area of expertise, but yeah, it seems like things are going well. Okay, another trailer I really want to check out is this game. I kept hearing about this one. Darkstorm says, ITTB is a fave, love the game, and the fact that one of the pilots looks like John Wick. Oh, I didn't notice that. Well, there you go. There's your John Wick giant robot tank guy. All right, let's check out this game, Disco Elysium. I think this one just came out, so let's check it out. As far as I know, this is kind of like a old school RPG, kind of like Planescape Torment.
In the great city, at the end of the world,
Kind of a long intro.
there's a dead body behind the hostel cafeteria
Cool art style though,
and a strike that's about to become a war.
like almost painful.
Precinct 57 sent their finest. Precinct 41 sends you.
The guy's having trouble.
Prove them wrong or lose your mind. Disco Elysium. Get it now.
Get it now. That's what we've been missing from our trailers. Just a voice saying, "Buy it. Just do it." That was kind of a strange trailer. It is a mighty pretty game, and I've heard nothing but good things, but that trailer is a bit strange. Like Seagull, if you like this game, buy it twice.
Behind the hostel cafeteria.
Yeah, I like the art style here.
And
For
a
sure.
strike that's about to become a war.
But I feel like I didn't really get a whole
Precinct
lot of
57
sense for
sent
what
their
the game
finest.
is. I mean, you get a sense the art style is cool.
Precinct 41 sends
Yeah. Drummer. Hey, Jesse, how's it going?
lose your
Corpus Friday, strange trailer for a strange game.
Disco Elysium.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's the other thing is I don't know anything about it.
Cafeteria. And a strike that's about to become a war. Precinct 57 sent
Patio
their
says everything looks like concept art, but they made it playable. Yeah, I like that.
Precinct 41 sends
I kind of like that. That's a style now. Oh, actually, we should watch
or lose your
the
mind.
intro to the Homeworld game is all concept art.
Get it now.
I'll show you in a second here. And they do some really cool things with the cutscenes. Yeah, I feel like I still need to watch. This trailer didn't really hook me personally. I feel like I need to watch some gameplay trailer or something. I don't quite get. I understand it as weird. It's a weird game, but I don't know. It doesn't quite sell the weirdness to me. Also, I was talking over it the whole time, so maybe I didn't get a good sense of it. And Josh says, it's a pretty heavy trailer when the narrative is the game is more subtle, more implication. Yeah. I can see why they made it this way. Black Cruz says, doesn't matter, just buy it now. I can't do Ryan's trailer man voice. Where's Ryan when you need him? Oh right, he's in Poland, I think. Doing a talk. Yeah. Interesting. Have any of you guys played this game? Is it good? What is the Deserts of Crack? Deserts of Intro. The movie. This is the one. Advertisements. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm just gonna skip to the good stuff.
An
here.
expedition to retrieve it is being
I
prepared.
just want to show you the techniques that they use for this, for the animation. Rachel, we have you on mute. Stand by. This is of interest to me too because we're working on some stuff, secret stuff. But yeah, I just like the way that it's like rotoscoped because it's definitely they filmed somebody and then had somebody do concept art over top and then like, yeah, it's super cool. And then this part is really tricky too, where she walks. Look at that. That's just her filmed over a green screen. And then they just, you know, make her like a shadow because the sun is behind it. It's like super smart. And then here is go away ads. Why are there so many ads today? Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, let's take a look at that again. For Friday, well, cool painterly style, yeah. So this is from Deserts of Crack, which is the Homeworld game. Fourth, no, I don't think it's 3D. I think this is all in After Effects. But what I think they did is they just it's rotoscoping. So they film somebody sitting down here like this, and they have somebody paint over her. And then they just use 2D layers to like kind of morph and fit where she is. And then you can see them like kind of blending into another paint. Like there's like one that's forward and then one that's to the side, and they can see that they've kind of just like smoothly blended them together. Yeah, it's super neat. Deserts of Crack. Yeah. And like watch the hair. The hair is the coolest part. It looks so good. Because they probably just took the hair from the video and just kind of rotoscoped it out and kept it the way it is. Yeah, it's like a motion comic. It's super cool. Sorry, I just want to show this part one more time. Yeah, I love this part. Such a smart use of video. And yeah, that's clearly rotoscoped as well. The fingers, like. Yeah, it's really cool. And then in the actual game, this is the cutscene, and then, boom, this is a cutscene in the game. This is in-game engine. It's really cool. Aimless Dev, a motion comic with really subtle performance. Yeah. They didn't need a whole lot of motion in order to sell that. I think it's super smart. Forte Base only kind of watched it kind of long without sound. The Disco Elysium autoplay trailer on Steam strikes me as hookier and more performant. Oh, maybe we should check out that one. Oh, we were gonna check out. Okay, so anyway, we just wanted to show you that cutscene and stuff because the concept art stuff is really cool. But we have a trailer to watch that somebody else posted here. Oh yeah, Nacho Beard. Sorry for the delay here. This one. So this is a trailer from somebody in the chat named Nacho Beard. So we're going to take a look at it. This is an in-progress trailer, I believe. So we'll see what it's like. Darkstorm, can I share trailer? Yes, you can share. Absolutely. I see. Okay, so he wanted to know, the dev wanted to know how they could better show off the motion control, which just looks cool. I like the art style stuff for sure. Friday, saw this a while ago. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it was interesting that they put a Wii mode in there because I feel like when's the last time we used the Wii mode? So my suggestion would be I feel like I understand why you would want to do a live video of, you know, the finger scrolling across, that sort of thing, but I think it's old, hence we were okay. Gotcha. What I would do instead probably is do a little graphic of the finger, When I made the trailer for Severed, let's see here, YouTube Severed trailer. I made wait, I don't remember which one is it. Concept trailer? No. Was it this one? Oh, ads. Sorry, I don't know why we're getting all the ads today. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, for the Switch one, I actually showed this thing. But before the Switch, I just animated the little finger to show that this is how the touch interactions work. So I would kind of recommend doing that as well, just because I feel like it's hard to get the production quality of video to match up with the rest of the quality of if that makes sense. For a get ad block, does that work with YouTube videos? Because so the reason I would say, because for example, this iPad looks really washed out right here, so it's like it's harder to see this. So, but like the game capture looks nice and crisp. So if you want to keep that and crispness, I think people will understand if they see a little finger icon dragging that around, that they'll get that. uBlock ordered, have seen it out on YouTube for a while. That's why, because this is a stream machine. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do a little Firefox surgery here, because I do have that on all my other ones. uBlock Origin. Okay, here we go. Add to Firefox. Add. Got it. Okay. Maybe this will work now. We'll find out. But yeah, I hope that helps there, Nacho Beard. Otherwise, I feel like the game looks really cool, and I like the interaction. Looks like it would be really fun to play on phone or that sort of thing, and maybe old school Wii too. I'm sure there's some diehard Wii fans out there who still have it. Cool, yeah. Good luck with your stuff moving forward. I'm really excited to see this. Somebody else is gonna post something. Darkstorm. Should you remember oh, is it your trailer, or are you sharing somebody else's trailer? One-legged seagull. Wii bowling is still an amazing game. Yeah, that's how the Wii hooked people, I remember my parents playing video games for the first time ever on a Wii. It was great. Here we go. Although that's not true. My dad actually, when we had a Nintendo, he was the one who bought River City Ransom, which to this day is still one of my favorite games. Barotrauma. Okay. Oh, I think we might have watched this one. Yeah. No, or this was on the Clark Tag. Yeah, we can check it out though. Found abandoned on the seafloor. Okay. Oh, this is the one where it's like on Titan in space or something, right?
The pump is broken in the forward ballast tank. I'm not getting the water cleared out of there effectively. The back ballast.
Yeah, it is a bold move making the bad guys the developers.
I'm fixing the airlock. I'm pretty sure the airlock is still open.
The airlock is still open and I can't shut it.
It's a streamer trailer.
To fix the reactor now.
So it's definitely aiming for that.
But did somebody
playing with your friends
a,
sort of thing?
wrench somewhere?
I don't need the wrench.
I have a wrench.
We need a wrench for the fucking hell, these alarms.
Oh. Beep.
Oh, hello.
Anybody else need a little bit of medical love?
Do you want me to try to find... Sorry, this is the wrong trailer, Darkstorm? Multiplayer chaos. Yeah, it seems like kind of like FTL multiplayer where you're like fixing the different parts of your ship, that sort of thing. There was another one that we watched that was almost the same. It was like submarine. Yeah, it was on Clark Tank or something. don't know if there's a better one. I thought there was a different one. And Joshua, thanks for coming. Good to see you. Thanks for joining the stream and keep up the good work. Yeah. Take it easy. We need to go deeper. That's the one. Thank you, Steger. Which seems more casual. Yeah. This one seems like super grimdark, which is good for Steam, but the we need to go deeper seems a little bit more light. And seems like people were having more fun. And Joshua, you did the we need to go deeper one? That's amazing. Oh yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah, we checked that one out on the Clark tank. So, I think I'm gonna keep moving on though. Thanks for sharing that one though. Or is there a reason that you wanted to go to share this one there, Darkstorm? Oh, just that it looked like a fun co-op. I see. Aimless Dev, when you have a moment, love your thoughts on your trailer. Member. Perfect. Make it sound. If Joshua, it's so hard to make it sound integrated. Thanks again, everybody. Yeah, good to see you. And good to see you, Joshua. Catch you next time. All right. This is a trailer by Aimless Dev. In work in progress. I'm assuming. Okay, let's try it out here. Oh, space sim. Coming missiles. Oh, I think we looked at this one before. This seems a lot different than the last one. Yeah. Ooh, I like that little detail. Oh, that's cool. So it gives you a sense of like, okay, you're building your ships and trying them out and then tweaking them, launching them again. That seems cool. And it seems like that's the hook for like space sim shooters usually have a thing that they do, but I think the hook for this one looks like it's the highly customizable spaceship, which I think is smart to focus on. XR Mark II and Mark III better make it to the final trailer. Yeah, I really like that. I would even... Did you even do that more? Like... I see what you're doing here with the... You're trying to get action right off the bat to get people hooked. Which is a great idea. I think this shot is a little empty. It seems like I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be looking at right here. But then when the missiles go, it's good. You might want to have like a bit of a closer up shot of the ship or something. I really like this idea. I think this is really smart what you did here, where you like Falcon Mark II and then you try it out, fly it around a bit. Falcon Mark III. It might be cool to even start out like Falcon, like typing out Falcon version 1 and then trying it out Falcon Mark II, more stuff, like go all the way to Mark III kind of thing. That's just my thought, but I really like this idea. I think you're on the right track here. Steger says the stuff near the station doesn't look as nice as the deeper space stuff. I think repetition of the panels in the station. Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. You see those panels a lot, and I guess seeing that same location over and over again can make it kind of seem like there's not a whole lot of content in this game. So yeah, you might want to try to find ways to breaking that up a little bit. But I do like that you're getting more cinematic shots. I definitely remember that from the last one. Like the cinematic shots in this one are way better. Aimless Dev, the first scene was Machinima with multiplayer actors had a heck of a time getting the camera to useful plots. So it turns out camera work is hard and yeah, exactly. Yeah, multiplayer stuff. That's hard. My ideal situation for something, an ideal trailer setup that I've always wanted, and I've realized that apparently the guys that do Rocket League have this sort of setup, but what I've always wanted for a game like this where it's multiplayer is like you play a match in multiplayer and then you have a system that records the entire thing, and then you can just bring that into your engine or something, and then you can move the camera where you want, like throughout the replay sort of thing. Which is tricky because that requires a lot more dev time, but Rocket League has that because they, the game is there already, so they can just, and they need to make a lot of trailers, so they just built that system kind of thing. But if that's a thing you could do, that would be amazing, because then you could just like record a session and then you don't have to worry about cameras until afterwards, and then you place like, okay, I'm gonna have a camera here, that sort of thing. Aimless Dev, I'm a cinematic replayer part. Knows PUBG does that. Yeah. I think for what you did, like this is way better than the last one that I saw. You really get a good sense of how all the of how the ships work and how the customization works and that sort of thing. Apotheosis says not obvious as multiplayer. Yes, that is a good point. Is it strictly multiplayer? Aimless Dev? Because that might be something you might want to clarify on the maybe on the trailer, definitely on your Steam page, that sort of thing. But that's one thing that you would definitely want to have, like a text boards multiplayer focus. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, you probably could get away with not having that, and then just like having this as a hype trailer, and then getting people to see that it's multiplayer. I don't know if that's disingenuous or not, but some co-op support. Okay. Yeah, you might want to maybe have a text board or something somewhere online, like right after this action, like online multiplayer, something. Because that's one thing where that's one thing that you can't really like show exactly, because if you just show it, like you're just showing it right now and people aren't getting the sense that it's multiplayer, so that might require a bit of clarification with the text board, that sort of thing. Player name tabs about ships could sell that too. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that would definitely help. But yeah, I think this is definitely going in the right direction. I mean, this is the constant thing for me, but I feel like it's maybe a little long. You could always cut it down a little bit and make it a bit of a tighter trailer, and then that way also you don't have to use the same assets all the time too. You could get away with showing less and it feeling like more, if that makes sense. Apotheosis could just have a tagline with the title Nova Forge. Yeah, like Nova Forge, multiplayer ship combat, multiplayer customizable ship combat, or something. I don't know. So there's got to be a snappier way of putting that. But for Phantom Brigade, for example, you have a subtitle that says Cinematic Mech Tactics Game, to kind of clarify what exactly the game is. Aimless Dev, yeah, definitely long. I feel like excess weight is on the front, but I don't know what to cut. Scrubbed away at the stinger at the end. Yeah, I think that might have been just because it was already a bit long. Yeah, I didn't notice this part. Oh, capital ships. So, my thoughts on the end stinger. I feel like the end stinger is usually, I try to reserve those for for things like fans, for like if there's a game that's like a really popular game, I think it's a good place to tease something that you don't want to necessarily like show up front. What I would do is probably you could take that and add that to the meat of your trailer, in a like maybe before the Nova Forge logo. I think I would avoid it for now, especially because unless you feel like your game is popular enough that people would want to have like an extra teaser. But I feel like that's a pretty big thing that people would want to see before. So I would probably not do the stinger thing at the end. That's just my personal thoughts. We did it for Cadence of Hyrule. If you watch the launch trailer that we did, we had a little stinger at the end for an extra character. But we knew because Cadence of Hyrule and Zelda and stuff have such a big like people know those things so much that we knew that if we teased it, some people would latch onto it and be like, oh my goodness, new character, did you see that? And people are like, wait, what, huh? So yeah, I would say like take that chunk and like move it into your main trailer, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Aimless Dev said, I'm not super married to it. The original idea was a part of the ship upgrade progression, showing the ship with a big honking laser. Oh, really? I think that would be cool. That I feel like Mark III. You could do Mark III as the one with the giant laser, and then like, put it on a big laser, and then just before the end you launch it. That could be cool. I don't know. I think other people are really liking the like Falcon Mark II, Falcon Mark III kind of progression idea. Darkstar, Metal Gear Solid, tactical espionage action. Gotta fix your caps key. Yeah, because I didn't actually get the sense that giant laser was a thing that you could put on your ship. Yeah. There's another trailer. Oh, what was that trailer? We watched it a couple months ago, but it was about customizing your ship and kind of drilling into the planet or something. And then each time you try something and it didn't quite work, and we tried again. I forget what the name of that game was though. Ooh, somebody can remember it. Yeah, you like snap different parts on. Anyway, I think the laser thing could be a cool angle. Space engineers. But yeah, overall, this is a much better direction than the last trailer, the older trailer. So you're definitely going to hang of it. Action consequence to read. Oh, interesting. Not space engineers. Oh, okay. So you're actually taking hints from that. Okay. Yeah. Stationeers? Is that a thing? Stationeers? No, I don't think that's the one. No. They had like giant lasers that were like drilling into the earth, like, and they every time you kept coming across different problems. Anyway, we'll think of it. Anyway, thanks for showing it. I hope that helps. You're definitely on the right track. It's not Astroneer. Anyway, what's next here? We watched that one. So I just found this one. Get rid of some of these. I just saw this one on Twitter and I was like, "What is this game?" Yeah, no worries, Aimless Dev. Thanks for sharing. Come back again when you have another version and we'll check it out. So I just saw this one on Twitter. I thought it would be interesting to check out because it looked confusing, but possibly cool. So let's check it out. Eat all the yummies. Okay. Oh, this is weird. Don't forget any. So you eat up all these things and then get bigger. There's a lot of text boards in this one. Ooh boy. All right, I don't. You don't. See, the boss fight. Okay, that's crazy. That was crazy. All right. Yeah. There's too many text boards in this one. Whoa! Oh, this is Mommy's Best Games. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, that's why I kind of was like, oh, this looks interesting. Piggy Ball, Steger says Piggy Ball actually came out on Steam a while ago. Okay. Is the game Nimbitus? Oh, is the one we were talking about earlier? I don't know. Steger, yeah, he made a lot of Xbox Live games before Glee Web of Choice and Serious Sam Game. Yeah, he was very prolific. So this trailer looks cool. I think my problem is, so there's too many. The game looks cool, and there's some cool things about it, like the way they introduce it. Like, sure, but you don't need to say. You said, I guess barf. You don't understand that you shrink when you say it, so I guess they have to say that you barf to shrink. I still think you could probably show that rather than tell. You definitely want to show rather than tell me this. I don't care about 200 plus levels. Because this is these kinds of things I want to see instead of it being, you know what I mean? Like how do I even quantify that 200 plus levels? I would rather just see like these shots are great, so just show these shots. There's clearly a lot of content in there, so instead of saying, hey, there's a lot of content, just show lots of content, and I think that's better than doing the text board things. And you don't need to say don't forget any. That's the mechanic of, yes, this level is basically collecting these things, yeah, which is like a video game thing, and if you play video games you should know that. And this game has got like cool bosses and stuff too. Like, just show some cool. Like, that's insane. Nacho teeth boss with olive eyes. That's crazy. Like, these bosses are crazy. Just show me bosses. Just show me the unique worlds. Anyway, this is a great example of a game with tons of content, but way too much text and information. But yeah, long levels, short levels. Yeah, exactly. Give me if you're gonna give me some details, give it to me. Give all the details. Steger says make the trailer half the length and cut out half the text chaff. Yes, I agree. Yeah. I would say you could go for like a tight 45 seconds, and then have a text board here, or the title board there. But yeah, bare essentials. Just if you need to explain anything, I would say explain the main mechanic, the barf thing, and then you're good. Just show all the unique worlds. But yeah, looks crazy. We figured out what Nimbatus. This is the one for Aimless Dev, base drone construction. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. Thank you. Yeah, this is the one I was thinking of that Aimless Dev could use for the structure of theirs. Aha! Gotta get the stuff. Alright, version 1 didn't work for it so well. Build some new things. Alright, version 2 didn't work so well. It's kind of a weak one. But yeah, I feel like you could do something like this with your game Aimless. Yeah. Yeah, now you gotta protect it from those things. Yeah. I think that might work for yours. And you kind of already had that progression going a little bit. Very cool. Thanks for showing that. Dark Storms looks a lot like Pixel Junk Eden game. Oh yeah, that's right. Aimless Dev says the challenge I found adapting this idea was that 1, 3D is less readable. 2, my engineering ship designs are less extreme. Oh, I see what you're saying. So it'd be a little bit harder to understand exactly. Hey, I put this thing on, therefore this is what it looks. This is the consequence it would have in game, kind of thing. That's what you mean. The consequences are usually just you lose the fight. This game is much more immediately legible. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying. But I feel like if you could at least add the laser on. I feel like that you could snap that on and see it like powering up and blowing up a ship. That could be pretty impactful. But yeah. Anyway, nitpicking here. Steger says there's a huge amount of clarity of what's happening because they are so. Yeah, I agree. Return 1. Can I drop the link to my trailer if you have any feedback? Yeah, sure. Drop away. Return 1. Aimless says if I'm not saving for the stinger, then yes, I'm sticking. Awesome. Yeah, I would say once you get a nice fan base, then start making some teasers, some stingers with some secret info and that sort of thing. Okay, let's check out turn 1's. Oh, Manispark! I think I played this one on iPhone. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, that's right, the arrow mechanics. Happening there? Didn't quite read that. Yeah, that's cool. Nice. Oh, does this one have a stinger? No. Excuse me. Yeah, Captain Forever. Yeah, that's right. Aimless says, seen singers and lots of trailers, thought, hey, I like those, and put it in without much thought. Really interesting perspective that they're more useful for hyping up an existing engaged fan base. Yeah, that's kind of just what I've discovered along the way, I guess. I've only recently been discovering stuff like this. And this is kind of why I do these streams too, is that, and I've learned this from Ryan Clark too, is that we do these streams in order to like learn more. Like I have some knowledge. I've been doing this for a while, but there's still lots of stuff that I haven't figured out, and you guys have tons of good insight as well. So I'm so thankful that you guys are here, and we can look at these things together and check it all out. So yeah, thanks for being here on the stream. X Tyler says love the sound design on this one. Yeah, I agree. So this is one of my nitpicks about most indie game trailers, is that they leave out the sound design, and this one keeps it in, which is really cool. I do think that there's a bit too much text boards, skill-based dungeon crawler. So we've talked about this before. These kind of title cards that have like subjective descriptions. I would say that deep is kind of subjective. It's kind of like the developer's like, I'm telling you this is deep, right? Whereas I feel like we try not to be too subjective, being like, hey, this is going to be a great game. Like, you kind of want the person to figure that out themselves. But I think this could work for this one because yeah, it might be tricky. I think having just skill-based dungeon crawler is enough, and then showing a lot of combat. Like, the combat does look good. But I'm just a little bit concerned that when you say deep, and then people are thinking, oh, deep combat, they might see those arrows hitting right afterwards, being like, that seems a little bit not as deep as I would have thought. I'm not saying that the combat isn't deep. I'm just saying that, like, when you say that, people get an idea of what their version of deep is, and then if they see it and they're underwhelmed by it, then that might hurt your game, if that makes sense. So I would say just saying skill-based dungeon crawler and then going into the arrows would be way better than trying to implant an idea first and then, if that makes sense. I like this game. I've played it before. But yeah, that's just kind of what I think. Aimless Dev Larg, oh no. Welcome back. This text board with the stylized background look a lot better than the ones without. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, this is cool concept art for sure. Procedural dungeon. Okay, that's a good text board to have, I think. Might be okay with just showing this stuff rather than text board, but the ending. It's good. Yeah. I would just take a look at your text boards and then see if you could, rather than putting, because text is hard to, I don't know, parse, that sort of thing, and it's always better to show your game rather than try to explain it too much. So just make sure you take a look at that stuff. I think your game looks cool and it will show really well. Like, you're definitely showing a lot of good stuff here, and you're zooming in, and pixel games, you can zoom in really well, and it's easier to kind of like focus in on the thing that you really want people to understand. Although just saying that, I didn't quite get what's happening. There's a slow-mo, shoots him, and then I feel like there could have been like a beat afterwards where you can kind of see the aftermath a little bit. It kind of slows down, and then I was like, oh, what happened? Arrows, and then dead, and then I didn't quite, but just a little beat after that. I think it's a cool shot, though. Yeah, it looks really good. The text boards, they do look good. Nice effects, nice graphics, that sort of thing. I'm not saying no text boards. I'm just saying be careful with them and be, like, cull them, that sort of thing. Return one, yeah, the shot is cool, but kind of confusing. I think if you just leave a little bit of space afterwards where you can see a tiny bit of aftermath would help read it a little bit better. Aimless Dev says, how do you feel about this kind of text in trailers? I remember years ago reading that a large chunk of the audio usually drops off at first text line, and that it was better to avoid it. I would say if you can avoid it, do. I'm not saying don't at all. But just be very careful when, like, it's to emphasize parts of the game that you might not be able to explain by just showing it, if that makes sense. For example, like the Aimless Dev's, your game is a multiplayer game, and that's not necessarily noticeable right off the bat, so maybe you want to have that as some text somewhere saying, like, multiplayer, play with your friends, that kind of thing. I don't know. The other thing with the text, though, too, and it seems like this Manaspark is trying to get away from, is that sometimes the text board, if you start saying, like, hey, you know, here's stats about the game, here's things that are not part of the world, but that's more part of the check marks on the Steam list, right? Like, is it this? You know, does it have this many levels, right? If you start going too much into that with your text boards, I feel like it can be. It can pull people out of the world, out of the feeling of the game, of that sort of thing, if that makes sense. X-Tyler73 says, what are your thoughts on showing the date without the year? This one says September 27, I think. Yeah. September 27th. You know, doing these things for long enough, and now being on kind of like the game dev side, I would say try to avoid, you know, dates at all. I think if you can do it in maybe like a coming soon sort of thing would be better, and then like in your text say more specifically like description of the YouTube video, or when you tweet about it, like have the text there, because you guys know game dev. It's game dev is hard. It takes a long time, and you know dates get pushed back here and there. So if you have a video on there that says the date, then yeah, it's a tricky one. It is a tricky one. Hey, if your release date needs to slip, you can pretend you meant next year. Yeah, it might be a bit too long. Yeah. Nika Tunika, hey, how's it going? The press information should be on the description, I feel. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you might want to put like coming soon to say that, you know, it's not out yet. That sort of thing. And then putting a date in the description and then changing that when your date changes, because it's game dev and it likely will. Nika Tunika, putting dates on the videos really jacks up the reusability of your video for your client. Yes. Yeah, exactly. You're saying not putting dates on the videos, because that would mean it's more reusable. You can put it more places without having to have the hard coded date in there. I know YouTube used to have a thing where you could have like a little box that appears that has like other text, that sort of thing. I think they got rid of that. But it would be cool if you could do that, where you could just like, you know, on the YouTube back end, you could put a little box like, hey, from this time we can put a little text in there. Yeah, not putting it in. Yeah, so that would be my idea for it, I think. Because I think this game came out a while ago, right? Yeah, last year. Almost a year ago, exactly. Huh, that's cool. Thanks for sharing that. Return one. Yeah. Let me know if are you working on new projects? You got anything else going that you can share? Let me know. Always excited to see what people are working on, that sort of thing. This is Nimbatus. Okay. Nika says, if your release date is October and you say you start advertising on Instagram or whatever in December, it puts in release in October, it looks tacky. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, the unfortunate thing about YouTube is that you can't replace your videos. On Vimeo, I know you can. You can upload a new version. And I understand why YouTube does that, because then you could just like change everything, and then hey, you could have the same amount of views, and maybe you say something totally different. You know, they kind of want to avoid that. So, yeah. Cool. Thanks for sharing that. I don't know. I just got a couple more trailers. You guys into watching a couple more? Yeah, I just saw these ones on Steam, so I thought I would check them out. They were on the new upcoming ones, that sort of thing. Say this one's discolored. Playing with perspective, that sort of thing. Puzzly game. Misty. Huh. See, that's... Okay, this is a great example of using what you got, right? Nice and short. You get, like... You don't have to make it long. I have to say this so many times. You can make it 45 seconds and like a tight 45 seconds and make it feel like it's a bigger game than maybe it is. because I feel like this game isn't that big. It looks the production value is a little bit like indie style, which is bad. It looks like they're definitely using their style to their advantage, kind of thing. But yeah, they're using all the shots that they can to make it. Every shot is a little bit different. Every shot is showing you something a little bit new, and that could be the whole game, right? But it feels like a bigger game because the trailer is 40 seconds long. $50 on premium views for a 45 second song. Nothing wrong with those. We'll agree to disagree on that one. They might have their spot in some things, but they definitely if this is a royalty-free music, like good choice. Yeah, they have their places. Not in game trailers, I don't think. But yeah, this is a nice short little trailer. It's not out yet, I see. Okay, releasing 2019. What did they say on there? Coming 2019. Okay, I kept it vague. But yeah, I think it's interesting. All right, what is this one? Steer. Oh, use Kevin MacLeod music. Oh, I'm up for that. No, I'm more concerned about the like corporate-y, like audio jungle-y type stuff. I won't stop you, Steger. Use it all you want. Kevin MacLeod is a hero. His music is in so many games, I'm sure. Okay, here's a nice little building sim. What are they building now? What's the little Factorio-y? Make awesome stuff. So I don't play games like this very often, like these kind of crafty, what would you call this, like tycoon-y type games? Think workshop. So I'm not really trying to figure out what the hook is in this one. Maybe you can enjoy humble beginnings? Is it just because it's like casually, I guess? I don't know. It's not my kind of game, this one. Interesting. Released, when is it? Yesterday. Just out. And there's 46 reviews. I guess Ryan would say that it's doing okay, I guess. Aimless Dev, I think this is fairly Factorio-esque. I'm not really clear, but it does give me a start small and build it. Yeah. But I guess in like a way that it's more kid-friendly or something? Is that the hook? I don't know. It's one of those things where that genre of game, if we were doing Clark Tank style stuff, is viable. So just do the thing and you might be okay, right? You just do the thing and you polish it up enough, like it might be viable. Might not need a hook in that respect. Scaled way down, yeah. Steger says, I don't know which is like, I think about stuff like Sim Hospital also. Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. So the Beast Inside, this is another one that's been on, I saw on the Twitters and stuff, doing a little bit better than the last one we saw. Just released yesterday as well. Let's check it out. Sorry, I left the music on the last ones. Okay. I don't know who Illusionary Studios is. Firewatch. Creepy Firewatch. Okay. Yeah. good job of being in the genre it is, right? Yeah. This VR? I don't think so. That was huge. I would not want to play this in VR. I don't understand how people can play horror games like this in VR. This is crazy. That might have been a bit... Yeah, it was a little bit shaky. But I think that's the genre, right? Ugh. Yeah, I would not want to... I remember playing... One of the first VR experiences I had was this game where it was like you're underwater and you're in this like big underwater suit sort of thing, and you can move really slowly, and these like octopuses would like come at your face like this, and then I would just like I just like took the thing off. I was like, I can't do it. No, this is terrible. This is terrifying. The blue, no, it's not that one. That one you're just hanging out underwater and it's chill, watching the whale go by. Yeah, gotta be real careful when proper VR presence is in play. It's psychologically engaging in a way that's almost dangerous. Yeah, I agree. I remember because when I did that experience, it was at a GDC, and I remember the girl that was doing the demo before was just like had the goggles on and was screaming, and to the point where I was just like, I think we should just like get her out of this situation. This seems very unhealthy. Yeah, it's weird. VR and horror games. Yeah, genuine fight or flight response, yeah. Yeah, I can understand. That trailer was really well done for the genre, I think. Yeah. And Illusion Race 2, have they done other things before? Oh, Plane Mechanic Simulator? Wait, is this? Movie games that... Okay. Okay, so they have done other horror games and stuff. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay, here's another buildery game. Let's check it out. Lots of text. Oh, this... kind of enjoy the animation style. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you can program them to do this. Okay, that's cool. I don't think many other games have done much of that, like crafting games. Programmable robot Factorio, yeah. I really like the animation style in this game. Like kind of like, yeah. It's a really smart way of getting some juice, but also minimizing the amount of like animation work you have to do. Super smart. Okay, that was pretty good. I did find the that voice to be a little bit annoying though. Aimless Dev this likes the 2-frame animation style. People like do that a frame or two. Yeah, I understand, but if you're a small team and you want to minimize the amount of work, just getting a little juice, I think it works. Yeah. Nikichunika said this trailer was hard. One Legacy was like, ooh, Dinky. I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, that looks cool. I think the hook of that game is really, stands out from the other games like Factorio and other building games, that sort of thing. And they get it across relatively well. I think it would be... I guess there's no way of doing it a bit earlier on in the trailer, because it'd be nice to have your trailer start out with the hook as soon as you can, sort of thing. But I guess it just kind of hooks you with the style and everything, that sort of thing. Yeah, it looks really cool. Auto nuts. Is this another horror game? Moons of Madness. Raiju says everything looks like wooden toys is cute. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, they did a good job for the resources they had, I think. Okay.
What's on the docket today?
Boring Martian routine.
Well, this trailer doesn't mess around. Yeah, here's some more.
Hello, little dream.
Okay. All right. Yeah, this is a trend. It's already scary enough that, you know, you're in space, probably alone.
The moons must never wake.
Whoa. Well done. 40 seconds. Look at that. You get it. Oh, this is a Funcom thing. Interesting. Yeah, that was a nice, tight little trailer. Short trailers, I'm telling you. Like, that game looks like it has a lot of content, but, you know, you make that nice and tight. That'll get people clicking on more. Well done, Moons of Madness. And plus, you understand, like, you can understand. So one of the other streams that we did, we were taking a look at one of the studies that somebody was looking at how people were navigating Steam pages, that sort of thing, like what they would click on to try to make a decision if they want to buy a game, that sort of thing. And they noticed that they would miss the trailer, they would go to the screenshots, and they would look at the tags because they're basically looking to narrow it down to see if it's the genre that they like first. So that's the most important thing, it seems like, in that tiny study. And I'm curious what you guys think, like if you can think back to how you navigate Steam, that sort of thing, if that's what you do. So that trailer is great because it's really short and it's just like, you want some horror? Boom, 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 boom. We got you some horror. Get your horror over here, you know? So, yeah. So I think a short trailer that would just like, you know, we got what you need right here. And that's kind of what, when we were at PAX, that sort of thing, a lot of people would come to the Phantom Brigade booth just because they're like, oh, I saw some mechs. What's this? Like, they didn't even know what the rest of the game was. They're just like, oh, I like mechs. And so I tell them, like, I almost wanted to just walk around and be like, get your mechs here. Apotheosis is 100% do the same thing. Yeah. So that's why that I think that trailer works really well. I first check it if a game runs on Mac, otherwise I can't play it. Oh, yeah, I guess that would be a thing that you have to check for. Apotheosis said, I really wish they could let you put a screenshot in the video. What? You could do that if you could put screenshots of the video. You could do that. Sorry, I don't really quite know what you mean. Raiju says doesn't pay attention to tags that much, but you do pay attention to the screenshots, right? Hey, does this game look good? Does this game look like in my genre? Then I'm gonna look at more. Most games a wish list and check out our due to channels showing up in channels showing games coming up. Yeah, okay. Apotheosis says if you look at the current screenshot on Lonely Mountain downhill right now, it's empty. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I agree. Although it does look like there is a screenshot here because it looks like a little guy biking. Because usually these things autoplay, right? But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like just something to have there before you start playing the video. Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's check out this trailer. Ooh, go Poli style. I find it interesting that this game is, okay. It's like a lot of it was coming at you this way instead of going downhill. Like the camera was facing the opposite way. Yeah, like there. Like, oh! Oh! Okay, that was just... It's funny because it's low poly person. Ouch, yeah. It almost reminded me of, oh, I have a stinger. Playing at nighttime. Okay, that's funny. See, that's a good use of a stinger too, right? Where it's like a joke or something that wouldn't necessarily, like the trailer. How do I explain it? Like a joke at the end is really good, because then the trailer's already doing its job and you're into it, and then it's just like something a little bit added. It's tricky. It's tricky. Because that's a joke rather than it being like an actual piece of content that you would want to have in the rest of your trailer. Aimless Dev says the first few angles bled off and a lot of the speed and parallax, but later shots move really well. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Maybe it reads well initially. Yeah, let's try it again. Yeah, I think it's because it's coming at you. Riding the bike mostly towards you then. Like here, this feels way better. And that's what you want to see when you're going downhill, right? Could just be for the cinematic feel, I guess. Fiendish Potato. Wow, that intro sounded a lot like Colin. Raiju said I'd probably skip the last crash and freeze at the moment to do in the last room. But they wanted to add in their extra flavor, I guess, with the crash. Aimless Dev, my initial feeling was, yeah, I agree with you. That there's initial 2 shots were slow. Yeah. Yep. It's pretty fun. The Stinger introduces nighttime environments too, which is a good addition. Yeah, and I agree, and you don't necessarily need to see the nighttime in the rest of the trailer, because it seems like there's enough other stuff going on. So, yeah, stingers are tricky. Nika, I wonder if that weekly best shot is part of the game or post. Sorry, what are you talking about? Did I miss that? Did it say it down here somewhere? Weekly best shot. It's just before the end? Oh, over here? Oh. I totally missed it. Talking. Oh, weekly best. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. That looks like it's part of the game. Yeah, it looks like it's... It doesn't look like it's added in after. Because like you can kind of see the jaggediness of like how it would be placed in Unity or something like that, right? The text kind of looks like that. Yeah, it looks like a nice effect. Yeah, this game looks kind of fun. No user reviews. Oh, it's not out yet. October 23rd. About to give props to the editor. Yeah, it could. Although, it could be... Hold on, let's do a little sleuthing. Oh, you might be right. They might be rotoscoping this. Because to be honest, if that's in game, yeah, that's the other thing. It doesn't look like an in-game camera angle. Yeah. And why would they have this in there, right? Like, why would they have this text up here, and then as you approach it, it would then say weekly best? Yeah. So it could be added in afterwards and rotoscoped in or something, or they could have made that shot in Unity and then just like totally authored the entire shot, which is also a possibility. Yeah, there's many different ways of going about that. Cool. Yeah, well, we'll have to check it out when it comes out in October 23rd. Grimmard says 100% rotoscope and matte. Yeah. Yeah, I guess the thing that kind of threw me off was the way that the text looks a little bit jagged. Like that's the kind of Unity 3D text sort of thing. But yeah, definitely could be a rotoscope event. Nika, thank Jesse for this. Thank Jesse. Oh, the combat update. Oh, hey. Nice. You continue to just release this trailer. Nice. Oh, this is cool. I should eat while other things are, many more important things are going on around. Aimless Dev, no, I'm not getting back into Forager. I have a game to ship. Nice. Looks like there's some big enemies going on there. Nice. Wow, alright. That looks cool. Stinger, but you can grind more. Yeah, there you go. Any criticisms are welcome. And there's fishing. Yeah, it was cool. You definitely showed a lot of different stuff, which is great. Yeah, looks good. Definitely gives you the sense of all the different stuff. I haven't played much Forager before, so I'm assuming that all these costumes and stuff are new things, which would be cool to see. I enjoyed the little joke about the having to eat thing. It's good. That shot seemed a little bit confusing. I guess just... not entirely sure what's happening in that shot, but a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, I don't know, I think it works really well. It's like, oh yeah, there's the fishing. I didn't catch that the first time. I was looking up here. Yeah, what's the chance though? Cool. Supposed to introduce pets and their role. Oh, I didn't quite get that. Oh yeah, oh, I see. They're picking it up on the side of there. I think there's just too much going on in this shot. I think if you were gonna, it would be nice to zoom in on just the pet, maybe. I'm here. I'm not entirely sure where to look. Music was done by Sheldon Pitt. Ah, yeah, nice. It does sound like a gourd track. Solid. I wish we were already corner of the screen. Yeah. The grid of lighthouse in the center of the frame. Yeah. I would. Yeah, if there's a way to like get a different shot where the animal was more in the center, sort of thing, I think that would be. So I think having the UI and introducing a new thing and having the lighthouses in the middle, I think that's just like a little bit much. But yeah, it's like nitpicking. I think you really get a good sense of like how the combat works in this thing overall. And it looks like you have little creatures that run around and help you, or is that multiplayer? They have names and stuff on there. Or are you just naming your pets, and then? So that's the max zoom I could zoom without showing the black on the right. Then I see. Oh, I think they're drones. Okay. Ah, that's cool. Yeah, nice. Nice little graphics at the end there. No text to say when that's being released. Oh, whoops! I had the music going on the whole time. Sorry about that. Yeah, cool. Good work. Nice. Well done. We'll be doing more Forager stuff in the future. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. I think I have one more. Not sure. Do you have the game? That game is addictive. Yeah. All right, let's move on. I think this is gonna be the last one, and then unless you guys have another one we could look at, but I think that's gonna be the last one for today. This is another one I found on Steam, I believe, upcoming. Hi, ships. Nice water physics. Oh, bye, town. Oh, it's over. Psychorus, I guess this is another good indie game trailer. I think it's called Crypt of the something. I'm not gonna watch that one, sorry. It's been so long. Okay, here's an example of a trailer that might be too short. Okay, thanks, Apotheosis. Good to see you. We're gonna be heading out right away anyway. So, but yeah, thanks for chilling. It's like you don't really get a sense of the game at all. I thought it was gonna from here go on to like, hey, you're gonna start doing stuff. I have no idea what this game is about. Interesting. The logo and the end screen are longer than the main gameplay part. Yeah, that's right. That's a weird trailer. What is it? The old world has drowned after the second flood. Now only a few survivors are fighting for the new gold. Clean water, wood, and soil. Become a ship's captain, keep your crew alive, and create your sea empire. Okay, so it's the ships. I thought it was the town. So weird. Okay. Anyway, I think and on that note, yeah, I guess we're gonna leave it there. Saw some good trailers. Thanks everybody for hanging out and sharing your stuff. Stuff that's coming up is, again, if you're Canadian, go vote on Monday. Please do that. And for our stream next week, I believe it is Mr. Ryan Clark in the hot seat. Yes, it is Clark Tank next week, and then the week after that is the day after Halloween, and it'll be a couch co-op with Chloe and Cindy and a guest. We might be doing something because that's a jam weekend. We might be playing some of the jam games that we made, that sort of thing. We might be doing a Halloween stream. We'll see. Keep tuned. Stay tuned on our Twitter and join us on the Discord as well. We have a lot of stuff going on there, so come hang out. And then I'm back on the 8th. And so yeah, bring your trailers if you're working on new stuff. Always happy to check it out and give feedback, that sort of thing. But yeah, I think we're gonna leave it at that for now. Thanks everybody for hanging out.